This is D, and Less Stressful Life, that's what's up. It's been said that all an individual has to do if he or she wants to lose weight is just stop eating out. Now, in this current climate, we know that's a lie. It's not just one single thing that a person needs to do. And not only that, but the person has to say yes to something. So if you're going to say yes to something, why not consider saying yes to good physical exercise? What might be the benefit? Well, one benefit is your mental health. There was actually a brother I knew who was going through some stuff. I met him, I saw him 1 month, and he was going through some stuff. Several months later, I met with him. I had seen him around town in the interim, and he was jogging. So when I met him several months later, I just asked him, "Hey, how you doing, man?" And he was like, I'm good mentally. And then he shared with me that sometimes when he would be jogging, he jogged for 10 miles. And when he came back home, he took his shoes off and he started thinking about the stuff that he was going through. And it wasn't good. So he decided to lace his shoes back up and go for another jog. The first jog may have been 10 miles, but that second jog, maybe 7 miles. But when he came back home, he felt right mentally. I shouldn't say felt right, but he was right mentally. Another good reason for good exercise is it's a very productive time occupier. People are sitting down looking at all kinds of foolishness on these streaming sites, and they will binge on different shows for hours upon hours at a time. Only reason they get up is to get a snack or to relieve themselves. And at the end of all that binging, what is it that they have for their future well-being accomplished? Let me think. Nothing. But at the end of a strong workout, at the end of some good exercise, what is it that they have done for their future well-being? A whole lot. The third good reason for you to consider good exercise as something to say yes to is that you are preventing or mitigating ARDS. ARDS is acute respiratory distress syndrome. You know your lungs. You've seen the alveoli. They're those little sacs in your lungs that help you breathe. Well, the problem with acute respiratory distress syndrome, ARDS, is that it causes those alveoli to fill up with fluid. And when they fill up with fluid, you can't breathe. And plain and simple, my brother, plain and simple, my sister, without breathing, you ain't living. And who is vulnerable to ARDS? Anyone with a compromised immune system. And what can you do? Well, there's an article that came out in UVA Today, back on April 14th, 2020. And this was an article from Dr. Yan, or that interviewed Dr. Yan of the UVA's School of Medicine. And the article was entitled, "Exercise May Protect Against Deadly COVID-19 Complication, Research Suggests." And it looked into a powerful antioxidant, a very, very powerful antioxidant. And if you think that acute respiratory distress syndrome is something to say 5 times really fast, well, have fun with this. This powerful antioxidant is entitled extracellular superoxide dismutase. I'm just going to call it EXOD from here, okay? But EXOD is your warrior. EXOD is your is your superhero. Exod is your army ranger, because this thing seeks and destroys. This thing goes after those free radicals that contribute to acute respiratory distress syndrome, doing so much damage to your body. Now, here's the beautiful thing. It's not a pill. Exod is not a pill. Exod is something that your body produces. Your body has the factory that turns out this antioxidant. You don't have to order it from Amazon. You don't have to go to the hardware store. That factory in your body is your muscles. You've heard of that phrase, use it or lose it. Well, the sad thing is many of us have shut our muscle factory down, or basically it's on a skeletal crew. Anyway, that's good. But anyway, it's on a skeleton crew, and we barely use our muscles. And because we barely use our muscles, guess what? You do not have much exod that is being produced. And what's the result? Heart issues, lung issues, even arthritic issues, osteoarthritis. So, my brother, my sister, you gotta get that factory into high gear. Get some good exercise, because the possibilities are limitless. In fact, there was this brother who shared with me that if you want to prevent a disease condition, figure out what you're not doing health-wise and get to it. But I'm going to let Dr. Yan have the last word. We cannot live in isolation forever. Regular exercise has far more health benefits than we know. The protection against this severe respiratory disease condition is just one of the many examples. Well, that's all we got for now. This is D, and Less Stress for Life. That's what's up. Peace.